Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Mindset Money. Today, we're diving into a super important topic. We're going to be talking about contingencies in real estate. What are they? How can they be your best friend when buying a home? So, let's get right into it. So, what are contingencies? I like to think of them as your safety net when buying a house. So, here are a few things you need to know when getting into a transaction. Number one is your inspection contingency. This lets you get the home inspected. If there are any issues, you can renegotiate for repairs, a price drop, or even walk away without losing your deposit. So imagine if you loved an old house but discovered during your inspection that the roof needs major repairs. With this contingency, you can ask the seller to fix it or lower the price. If they refuse, you can just back out without any penalty. Number two is your financing contingency. This makes sure you get a mortgage. If your loan falls through, you can cancel the deal without financial penalties. So suppose you're pre-approved, but the loan gets denied later on through the process, in the process. With this contingency, you can exit the deal without financial stress once again. So that moves us into our third contingency, which is the appraisal contingency. This protects you if the home appraises at a lower value than the agreed price. So you can renegotiate the price or you can actually back out once again. So say you agreed to buy a house at 300,000, but the appraisal came back at 280,000. This contingency lets you renegotiate the price or walk away if the seller won't budge with the renegotiation, right? So number four, this is our last contingency that we love to hold on to. And if this fits you, this is how it'll work in your favor. So number four is your home sale contingency. If you need to sell your current home before buying a home, this is for you. It prevents the stress of owning two homes at one time. If you're moving to a bigger home, this contingency lets you make the new purchase depending on selling your current home, easing your financial burden. So you won't move forward with making the new purchase until you get those funds from the home that you currently own at that time, thus making the transaction process a lot more simpler for you as well. So now, how do we use these contingencies to our advantage? First, we want to protect your interests. Contingencies shield you from unexpected issues. They give you negotiating power. You can request repairs, price reductions, or even walk away if needed. And lastly, they provide a peace of mind. Knowing you have these safeguards in place lets you move forward with confidence. So here's the game plan, and here's how we're going to tackle this when you're putting the offer in out there. So, one, we're going to talk to your agent. If your agent is not me, still have that conversation. So we're going to discuss what contingencies you need in your offer process, right? We're going to include those contingencies in your offer, and we're going to make sure that they're clearly stated, right? And then we're going to stay informed, right? We're going to track deadlines and stay in touch with your agent and your lender. This is very important. And then lastly, we're going to be ready to negotiate at all times. And we're going to use your contingencies as leverage in the home buying process to try to get what we actually need to be successful, right? So also, just think about it. If you're a first-time home buyer and you include your inspection contingency and your financing contingency in your offer that you wrote, and then the inspection comes back and reveals that there's mold in the basement, we're going to use a contingency to have the seller remediate the mold at their expense, right? Now, let's say your loan doesn't approve, it hits a snag, or anything happens in the middle of the process. Now, your financing contingency will ensure you can back out again without any penalty, without losing your deposit, right? So I hope we learned a lot there, right? So let's go over it one more time before I let you go. Want to remember, contingencies are your best friend in real estate. We're going to use them wisely to protect your investment and ensure a smooth transaction, right? So I want to thank you guys for tuning in once again. This is your host, Javon, with Mindset Money. And if you found this helpful, I need you to hit that like button. I need you to subscribe. And I need you to share with your friends and family so we can get these important messages out so you can be well equipped when you're entering into the market and placing an offer for your home. Again, until next time, happy house hunting. Peace.